It's the first day of Flower and Garden Festival here in Epcot, and in this video I'm going to show you all the food and options that are available. No, I'm not going to do that. We're going to have a very chill video going around Epcot, maybe trying some of the snacks, having a look at some of the merchandise, but I'm only here for one day. It's actually my last day in Epcot and Walt Disney World for this trip, so we're going to take it chill, but I'm excited to experience a little bit of what Flower and Garden has to offer in 2025. Hi everyone, how's life, and welcome to another one of my videos. So yes, today is the 5th of March 2025 and Flower and Garden has literally just started today here in Epcot. It's going to be running through, I believe, the 2nd of June 2025, so about 3 or 4 months altogether, and it's an exciting day. So many vloggers are around here trying all the different foods, looking at the merchandise, things like that. But for me, it's actually my final day in Walt Disney World on this trip, and so I'm going to take it quite chill. It's also quite overcast, as you can see. I'm pretty sure it's going to rain at some point today, which isn't going to be incredibly fun, but I'm ready to have a lovely day at Epcot regardless. And that's one of the friendship boats, I believe, going past. I actually walked through Epcot today from the International Gateway. I had a couple of nights stay at Disney's Beach Club, which if you want to check out my stay there, then make sure you subscribe. That video should be coming out in the next couple of months at some point. But look at the skyliner over there, and look at the sky. I am a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie, because it's also very windy, so it's not just overcast. I don't mind the rain. When it's windy though, it does make vlogging very, very difficult. And honestly, shout out to all the Floridian vloggers who are in the parks today, trying all the food, showing you everything, and making sure that they give you all the information for this year's Flower and Garden Festival. But like I said, for me, it's just another day in Walt Disney World, and actually my final day, so I do want to take it quite chill. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be trying some of the snacks though. There are some snacks that I definitely do want to try, and some from a couple of years ago that I remember really enjoying. So we'll have a look at some of the food festival booths and some of the merchandise, and also mainly the Topiaries as well, because at the end of the day it is called Flower and Garden for a reason. And the first flower bed I'm seeing coming from International Gateway to Epcot is that lovely looking Mickey one under that really nice tree, actually, with the beautiful pink flowers. You can also spot some of the Topiaries of Beauty and the Beast characters over there. I'm seeing Lumiere and Beauty and the Beast. These aren't new, by the way. They've been around actually since I first started visiting Walt Disney World back in 2015. But for now, I suppose the first thing we need to do for any of the festivals here at Epcot is to pick up our festival map. And there they are, Flower and Garden 2025. It looks like they're celebrating 30 years of Flower and Garden, and those are the dates over there, March 5th until the 2nd of June. Seriously, as soon as I came undercover, it started raining. So I feel pretty lucky, actually. That was good timing on my part. You can see the raindrops on the floor. You hopefully can hear it as well. It's quite heavy, typical Florida rain. And it looks like it probably will be raining for at least an hour. But it's 26 degrees Celsius, so it's definitely hot and humid. It's just raining. Gotta love Florida. But whilst we're here undercover, I thought I would show you this. So this is Spike's Pollination Exploration for 2025. It's basically like a scavenger hunt that you can do around World Showcase. It's priced at $9.99, and then if you complete it, you win a prize. So many people have taken cover here. I'm actually going to go inside the shop, because why not? If I'm undercover, I might as well be looking at things. Surprisingly, the shop's not as busy as I thought it would be. Most people are just waiting outside undercover. I'm guessing they're hoping that the rain will stop soon. But I did also want to mention that they also do an extravaganza scavenger hunt, which I've actually done before. I think I last did it in 2017, so there's a vlog of that on my channel somewhere if you guys want to watch it. But that normally tends to come a little bit closer to Easter, so we've got 2 scavenger hunts that you can do around World Showcase, and they are actually a lot of fun. Anyway, it's been a while since I've been to Epcot, so let's have a look at what merchandise they have, or if they have anything specific for Flower and Garden this year. And they do. This seems to be the Flower and Garden section, so all this merch should have been released today, 5th of March 2025. So, it says 30 years of Flower and Garden, and it's nicely embroidered. We've got the orange bird on this t-shirt. Here's another orange bird t-shirt over here. I actually kind of like this. I mean, orange bird is not quite my favorite character. I'm not even sure why he exists. I mean, he's cute, don't get me wrong, but I do find him a little bit random. But this t-shirt is nice. You guys know I love my all over printed t-shirts, and this, as you can see, has the orange bird all over it, as well as a nice little embroidery on the front. It says Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival 2025. It's priced at $34.99, by the way. You've also got this cap priced at $29.99. That again has the orange bird on it. It says Feelin' Happy. And then on the back, oh, that's nice. You've got that logo again for 30 years of Flower and Garden. Most of the Flower and Garden 2025 merch I'm spotting, at least in this shop specifically, seems to be orange bird themed. So if you're not the biggest orange birds fan, like I'm just not. I mean, like I said, he is cute. Nothing against him. I just don't quite understand why he's out there. There's not a lot for you to get, but I do like these ears. Very, very nice. So this is the official ears for Flower and Garden 2025. You've got orange bird's face on one side, and then an orange on the other side. Very cleverly designed. And on the back, as you can see, it does say again, celebrating 30 years. I'm actually really happy to be here for the 30th anniversary of Flower and Garden. They've also got an orange bird lug bag, or is it a bottle bag? Oh, it is kind of like a mix of both. So this is a lug bag part, and then you can also put your bottle in it. Looks very nice. You can also get yourself some water bottles with the design on it. And then what are these? Are these meant to be plant pots? Oh, they're a little bit heavier than I expected them to be. These are cute actually. So you've got Spaceship Earth, the Epcot ball as I like to call it, and right next to it you've got some oranges as well as the orange bird just chilling on it. And the price for this, it's not even that bad. It's about $30 for this, and it's a pretty good reasonable size, and as you can see it's a limit of 2 per person, so I'm guessing they're expecting it to be quite popular. You've also got these cups with the orange bird on them, Sunshine Oranges 2025. Oh, that's actually really adorable on the handle. And then he's on the front too. I have to say, I do find the orange bird to be a little bit cuter than Figment personally. Please don't come at me. Figment is great as well. I understand he has a lot of fans, but at least the orange bird kind of makes sense. Now here we have the Spirit jersey, which is orange, and on the back it says Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival 2025. You've also got this beautiful 30 years of Flower and Garden logo on the front. Now the Spirit jersey, I actually kind of like, and oh my god, can you see the details on the bottom? So there's like really very subtle embossed versions of the orange bird on the bottom part of the Spirit jersey. Can you see? It's very cool. You don't notice it straight away, but it is there, and it's actually slightly different material as well to the rest of the Spirit jersey. They also have some orange bird ornaments, and then down there I'm spotting, I think, Dooney and Burke bags with the orange bird on them. That's actually a really lovely design, I have to say. And I've just spotted a Loungefly too, which for some reason I missed, so it's all the way at the top. I'm not going to pick it up. As you can see, it is very much orange bird themed again. It's lovely though, I have to say. Nice front pocket. It's got the 30th anniversary logo. And then the only other Flower and Garden Festival merch that I can find here are these things here, which are pass holder exclusive. So you've got this mug, which says Flower and Garden on the back. You've got this really funky looking cap, which I do enjoy. Look at Mickey over there. It's almost like he's a topiary. It says pass holder on the side. And then on the back you do have the 30th anniversary embroidered. And then this t-shirt, which as you can see is also exclusive for pass holders. I do have to say, I really do enjoy this range of Epcot merch, which has nothing to do with Flower and Garden. I think it's just a new range of Epcot stuff that has recently come out. I just haven't seen them. This cap, look at that. That's really cool. I mean, Epcot's not my personal favorite park, but if it was, then this would be a very, very nice cap. I love the design of it with the blues on the side and then Spaceship Earth in the middle. Also really like this Spirit jersey. I love the color of it. It says Epcot on the back, and then you have some different characters from the different attractions. So you've got Figment, Olaf from Frozen Ever After. You've got Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot, and then Remy and Dory. This is nice. And the front design is just the Epcot ball like that. This is actually a very good Spirit jersey, and I'm thinking about it, which really worries me. And I'm aware I just quoted Glinda when she says, Fiera's been thinking, which really worries me. But I also wanted to show you this thing, this Loungefly, which is just an Epcot one. It's got Figment on the front pocket, and he's kind of like a little bit 3D, which is cool. And the rest is a very similar design to what that Spirit jersey is. This is nice as well. I am going to head back out though. It looks like the rain has calmed down a little bit. I'm still seeing some drops of rain here and there, but it's not nearly as heavy as it was earlier. And this is literally what it's like here in Florida. No matter what time of year you come, expect some rain, and the rain comes and goes. So very rarely you might get rain continuously. Normally it's like 5 or 10 minutes, then gone, then back. It's very unpredictable. Anyway, let's carry on and get to our first pavilion, which is the UK. So funny, I've come all the way from London to Florida, and I'm about to head back to London for some reason. Some nice flowers over here. Love that little teacup. It's still raining on and off a little bit, so there's drops coming on my camera, which worries me. There's the fish and chip shop, which, fun fact, I've never actually gotten fish and chips from here before, but people say it's meant to be really good. Personally, as somebody who lives in the UK and has easy access to good fish and chips all around the UK, I just feel like it's wrong to come all the way to Florida, Epcot, and waste one of your meals on the fish and chips that you can buy in London. I think it's about to start raining again, but I wanted to show you these topiaries over here. So we've got Tigger, Piglet and Eeyore, and then Pooh Bear holding a red balloon, as well as Rabbit with his carrots. Please just enjoy my hair. I feel so bad for Thumper up here. He must be struggling with all the hair going into his face, but what can you do? It's a very windy day here. To avoid the rain and the wind especially, I've just come into one of the shops here in the UK, and look how cool this t-shirt is. It's a Mary Poppins t-shirt, and it says practically perfect in every way. Epcot World Showcase, United Kingdom. They also have this top over here, which says Mary Poppins in the middle, and then a cute little photo of Mary Poppins on the bottom left. They've got these gorgeous Mary Poppins dolls, and these are pretty big. Now, I'm not a doll collector, but I know loads of people like doing them. And look at her face. What do you think? I think she looks amazing. I think this was for the 60th anniversary of Mary Poppins, perhaps. It says Mary Poppins 60. And then they have this dress as well, which is lovely. Like, I love the shade of blue it has. I like the details on the bottom with like the silhouette of Mary Poppins. It's gorgeous. It is priced at $128. Oh my God, look, they've even got Paddington bears. That is so cute. And then the rest of this shop in particular seems to be Winnie the Pooh themed. And I think that's because they have a Winnie the Pooh character meet that you can do here in the UK. But look at these Crocs. Now, I'm not a Croc person. I don't own any Crocs, but I do really like these. I think they're adorable because they have Winnie the Pooh on them and it's fluffy. You can also get yourself Winnie the Pooh ears with a little bumblebee on it. And Winnie the Pooh hats. Lord have mercy. Have these come from Tokyo Disney? This is something that I would expect to see in Tokyo Disney Sea or Tokyo Disneyland, not here. They look pretty good though. Very big and fluffy, and I would wear them personally in the winter. I'm now carrying on to the next shop here called the Crown and Crest. Now this is a lot of UK/Ireland stuff, like merchandise with Guinness on it, so you can get here. You can see a soldier just chilling here as a statue. They have a selection of British snacks if you live out here and miss them, so you can get yourself a Milky Bar. They've got some Jammy Dodgers over there, Terry's Chocolate Orange. There's even some Lion bars over there, Mars bars. Obviously all much more expensive than what you can get in the UK though, so I wouldn't recommend getting them unless you, like I said, live here and just want a taste of home. You can also find loads of London merch here. There's Mickey in a telephone booth. We've got this Loungefly, which has Mickey and Minnie, both in telephone booths in it. And what I find really hilarious is that they even have some underground merch here, so you can get caps with Mind the Gap on them. You can get cups over there. They even have this t-shirt with like a sort of a map of the London Underground. Definitely not as simple as that is though. And then some hoodies here. There's the Rose and Crown, which is of course the main dining area in the UK. Oh my God, I've just spotted a t-shirt. I'm going to try and zoom on it over there. It says Spam, Egg, Sausage and Spam. That is just, it's hilarious that they've actually put that on a t-shirt. Right, I think it's time for me to leave again. The rain seems to have gotten a little bit better. It is very much still raining though. You can tell by the fact that so many people have their umbrellas up. You can even see the rain, I think, on the ground. I'm glad I was kind of almost forced to go into that UK shop though and have a little exploration. I also got to see one of my lovely friends, Mirren, who works there currently. So that was a nice unexpected surprise as well. But yeah, I am undercover again. This little tiny cover, and I want to take this moment to thank you for bearing with me because like I said, this video is chill. I'm just gonna see where the day takes me. I didn't expect the day to take me to the UK shop. I didn't expect my hair to look like this already at the start of my day, but I'm sure we will get to try at least a couple of snacks from the Flower and Garden Festival at some point throughout this vlog. Anyway, look at this beautiful Mickey topiary here, and this part of the UK pavilion is very, very quiet, and I believe that queue over there is actually to meet Winnie the Pooh.
A few minutes later.
It has been about half an hour, 45 minutes since I last spoke to you, and as you can see, the sky is looking a little bit better. At least for now, the rain has stopped. Alice is now currently out in the UK doing a meet and greet, and then on this side we've got a beautiful topiary of Tinkerbell, which my friend Rebecca really loves, so shout out to her. This is really nice actually. You've got her little fairy houses all around her too. Oh, I feel like we've got something similar to this in Disneyland Paris at the moment for the winter/spring months. This is lovely. I don't even like Tinkerbell, but I really enjoy the design here, the display. If you're wondering what I did in that half an hour/45 minutes, by the way, I did end up joining the queue to meet Pooh because I'm also currently filming another video simultaneously with this one that I'm filming, the chill one. It's kind of the reason why I needed this one to be chill because my other video is a little bit more action-packed. But yeah, I started joining the queue. The queue wasn't too long, as you guys would have seen, and then it just wasn't moving. Winnie the Pooh clearly hadn't come out. Somebody in the front of the line said that the room is literally empty even though he was meant to be out, and then people just ended up waiting. Some people left. I ended up waiting. Turns out because of some lightning, I guess, announcement, risk, something like that, he wasn't able to do one of his sets, but nobody told us. There was no cast member there, so everybody just waited for literally half an hour, nearly 45 minutes, for no reason. Now, thankfully, I did end up getting to meet him, spoiler alert, but I wanted to mention this because so many people get annoyed about things like this happening in Disneyland Paris, you know, miscommunication. Sometimes you end up waiting for a long time for something that isn't happening. It could be a snack that is sold out and people still queue for. But I wanted to mention this because as you guys saw, and as I experienced today, it happens in other Disney parks as well. It's not just exclusive to Disneyland Paris. Literally, people were waiting there for so long with no communication. Nobody knew whether he was coming out or not, and he didn't come out for one of his sets. And so, yeah, miscommunication and problems like this happen all over the theme park. So it's not just exclusive to Disneyland Paris. Please stop being mean to Disneyland Paris. It happens everywhere. I mean, to be fair, it shouldn't happen anywhere. It shouldn't happen anywhere. That's the thing. But it happened here today in Disney World, and it's fine. I actually didn't mind because I was undercover for 45 minutes waiting. But now that the weather's a little bit better, I mean, don't get me wrong, still cloudy, but at least it's not windy or rainy. I'm going to make my way towards France, and I think the first booth we're going to try is going to be in the French Pavilion. Here's a better look at some of the Topiaries here in France. So again, Cogsworth and Lumiere. You can see them pretty well here, standing right in front of one of the shops here in France. And then that over there is Le Chef de France, which is the sit-down restaurant in the French Pavilion. And then here we've got the Topiaries of Belle and the Beast, and these are some of the most popular ones that you can find throughout Epcot during Flower and Garden. So this is the festival booth for France called Fleur de Lys, and let's have a quick look at the menu. So they've got croissant au fromage de chèvre, priced at $7.25. Might want to get that. They've also got a pulled duck confit, rosemary sauce and herbs with the gnocchis, and then a warm chocolate hazelnut cake, caramelized beignet filled with vanilla. Oh my god, I have to say, literally everything on this menu sounds delicious to me. And if you want to see the photos as well, this is the beignet, that's the caramelized chocolate cake. We've got the fromage croissant over there, and then the gnocchis. And then in terms of drinks, you can see the selection that they have over there. And France is often one of the more popular of the festival booths, so as you can see, there is actually quite a bit of a queue, but we're going to do it. And I think I'm actually going to get two things from this stand. So I definitely want to try the croissant, because I had a croissant earlier at the beach club and it really wasn't that good. So I'm hoping this will be better. I feel like it has to be because it's like from the French Pavilion. And then also the duck confit with the gnocchi. I think that sounds delicious as well. So I've got both of my foods. On the right you can see the croissant with cheese, and then the left is the duck, which smells absolutely amazing. So I have my two options here now, and it's so funny because I'm pretty sure I've just spotted Quincy from All Ears. I love their channel, really amazing channel. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. They're mainly Florida based, so a lot of Disney World stuff, but I think they're coming to Disneyland Paris at some point in 2025, which is exciting. But we're going to start with the croissant first. Smells very nice and garlicky, so I am looking forward to it. Definitely a better croissant that I had at the beach club. The main star of the show, though, is the garlic cheesy sauce in the middle. You can see there's a layer of garlic sauce on the top as well. The actual croissant is nice and crispy. Not the best croissant I've ever had, have to be honest, but it works well for what this is. Let me quickly try the duck now, the duck confit. I have to say I'm more excited about this, to be honest, than the croissant. France generally does duck very well. Even in Disneyland Paris, you can get some really nice duck. Yeah, the duck is delicious. It's so funny. I think All Ears are also vlogging, literally. I'm just gonna do a little pan here. You might see them just over there, and I can hear them as I'm reviewing my food, and I'm pretty sure they're also reviewing the same things that I'm reviewing, at least the croissant, because I overheard them talk about the croissant just now. But the duck is really good. The flavor is delicious, the sauce is delicious, it has a bit of a mushroom flavor to it, which is nice, and the gnocchi goes very well with it. Well, I'm here with the lovely Quincy and Bria from All Ears Net. And you guys just tried some of the France stuff?
Yeah, we did. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And a lot of cheese, a lot of chocolate.
There was a lot of cheese in the croissant, wasn't there?
Yeah, so much cheese in the croissant.
Chocolate
cake, not enough
Oh,
bread.
was it good? I didn't try that.
You're going to have to try that.
Now I feel like I need to go join the queue again.
It's not a cake. It's lying.
It's brownie batter, basically, in a little tin.
That sounds good, to be fair. Well, I love your channel. Go and check them. I mean, you probably already do, but All Ears Net, they're amazing.
Thank you.
I truly do feel like I want to go and try the chocolate cake now, based on the description. France's menu, though, like I said, everything on it looks good to me. And I think that always seems to be the case with the France festival booths. They always have things that are all good, for the most part, like across the board. They seem to be good, and that's how I felt with both the things I tried. Between the duck and the croissant, I would go for the duck, personally, if I had to try either of them again. The croissant was good. It just wasn't amazing. I think I was expecting more, but again, it's not bad either. It's just like a solid option. Anyway, as much as I would have liked to have tried the chocolate cake, there are so many other options here, and unfortunately I don't have loads of time, so we are going to keep going. But look, there's Belle over there, and she's wearing her winter outfit because of how cold it is. Do you know what? Considering I've only just started my Flower and Garden food journey for the day, I should have asked Quincy and Bria what their favorite items have been so far. Not from France particularly, but like some of the other booths, because from what I can see on the map, there's something like 20 booths all across Epcot, and it's not just in the World Showcase area either. You can see the Spaceship Earth ball over there. Yeah, it goes all around there, and that's always the case with the festivals here. I don't know how people cover them. Like, kudos to the vloggers, the Floridian vloggers who come on the first day and try and get everything done. I am currently just walking through World Showcase, so of course we've got Morocco here, and this is actually one of my favorite pavilions, and I'm spotting a photo pass photographer there taking photos with this, so why not? Let's take a couple of photos. And one of my favorite things about the Flower and Garden Festival is this festival market over here, which, look at that. they basically sell loads and loads of dolls from It's a Small World. So they have It's a Small World type faces, but different outfits. So I'm spotting Rapunzel over there, which is very cute. We've got Beauty and the Beast and her prince. There's the Evil Queen, Aurora, Maleficent. We've got Snow White down here. We've got the Pinocchio gang. There's Pooh. I mean, there's a lot going on. Look at that. Monsters Inc., Stitch, Mary Poppins up there. And one of my favorites that I spotted straight away as well, Esmeralda, who looks amazing. I'm pretty sure literally earlier in this vlog I said that I don't collect dolls. But I might become a collector with all the It's a Small World type dolls over there. Jokes aside, I'm legitimately contemplating getting one. I said I'm going to come back. I talked to a cast member, very nice. All the dolls are about $69.99, so I'm guessing with tax around $72, $73, which isn't too bad. They are made out of plastic, from what I could tell, so they're not breakable. It's just mainly their outfits and the style of the dolls that makes them look very cute and Disney-fied, and I'm sure my mom is going to enjoy one as well. So we're going to come back. It's open until 9 p.m. Now, even though I do have a festival map in my pocket, I also wanted to show you this big map here of all the different flower and garden stuff going on, so you can see the different food stands everywhere, all the different offerings, photo pass, etc. There is a lot happening, so much. And just like that, we are getting closer and closer to Japan, which is another very popular pavilion here in Epcot's World Showcase. Also probably a good time to mention that my headband here, the Stumper headband, is actually from Tokyo Disney. I think I got it in 2023. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when it was I got it. And also, in case you haven't seen my announcement yet, I am going back to Japan very, very soon in April of 2025. I'm very much looking forward to it. My aunt and cousin will be joining me. My mum will be there as well. So yeah, check out for new Japan vlogs coming very soon. Anyway, the festival food booth in Japan for Flower and Garden is called the Hanami. And I believe the most popular thing to get here is the frushi, which is strawberry, pineapple, and honeydew wrapped in coconut rice. And yeah, this seems to be what it looks like. Now, I'm not the biggest strawberry fan personally, so I'm not going to be getting that. Also, whilst I can understand why people want to get it for the novelty factor, I mean, frushi, like a little fun play on the word sushi. I love actual sushi too much to want to get this. I don't need to get myself frushi when I enjoy sushi, you know? The other things I have on the menu is a steamed bun filled with savory flavored vegetables and plant-based soy meat, as well as a ramen cup and a takoyaki, which I remember having a takoyaki actually from Osaka, again back in 2023 when I first visited Japan, and I really liked it. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically octopus. It's literally octopus taco balls served with spicy mayonnaise, okonomiyaki sauce, and crunch rice pearls. So I think I'm going to try the takoyaki today, the octopus balls, because really my only experience with them is from Osaka, which is meant to be the heart of where they make them. Like, some of the best octopus balls that you can get is from Osaka. So I'm intrigued to see how good this is going to be compared to my first and only experience with them, and the most authentic from Osaka, literally in Japan. And if you want to see what the frushis look like in person, there's a selection of them over there. They seem to be very popular actually. And just like that, we've got our takoyaki from Japan. So you get 4 of the octopus balls with some spicy mayo sauce and some kind of soy sauce basically. Look at this view. I've got my octopus balls here. We're in Japan. We've got the Epcot ball all the way in the distance. Unfortunately though, that beautiful view didn't last too long because there aren't any tables or seats there. So I have a trash can / bin as my table for this. This is what the food festivals are all about here in Epcot. But yeah, without further ado, let's try one of these octopus balls. They're really nice. I'm getting a lot of the flavor from the spicy mayo too, so for me that's perfect because I love mayonnaise and I love spicy mayonnaise. The actual octopus balls have a bit of a flavor to them, but they're not overly octopusy, if that makes sense, because I remember the ones that I tried from Osaka were very like heavy octopus flavors. And don't get me wrong, that was actually really good and probably better than this. But this is nice if you're a slightly more picky eater, if you want to try octopus for the first time. And I was speaking to a cast member in the Japan booth from Japan. She was from Tokyo, and she said that from the 4 options that are currently offered at the booth there for this year's Flower and Garden Festival, the octopus balls are her favorite. So I'm glad I chose them. She said I made the right choice, and you can see on top of them there are also some little rice balls which just add a bit of a crunchy texture. That's all there is. You don't really taste them, to be honest. They're so little, as you can see, but the actual octopus balls, really good. I'd recommend them. Now I did want to quickly show you not this bird, although it's an interesting looking bird. You see them all over Florida actually. But there's a stage here for the Flower and Garden Festival, and basically it's a series of concerts called Garden Rocks. I believe one happens every single evening and it's included in the price of your admission ticket to Epcot. It's obviously on a first come first basis as to what seat in the house you get. So many birds here. I feel like I'm in Animal Kingdom. But you can also reserve dining packages if you really want to have like a guaranteed spot for a particular concert. Also, in case you're interested as to who's playing for Garden Rocks concert series at Flower and Garden in 2025, there is a full list of all the acts performing here. So today's the 5th of March, it's Evolution Motown. That's also tomorrow. Then we've got Tommy DeCarlo. I'm trying to see if I can like recognize any of these people. Icon Party Band, Sugar Ray. Oh, Simple Plan. That's cool. On the 11th and 12th of April. We'll recognize them. Plain White Tees down there. That's in May, so in a couple of months' time. And then 1st and 2nd of June, We the Kingdom, which are new acts apparently for Flower and Garden. Really cool though, isn't it? Just the fact that you can have a full-on concert here in Epcot with your admission price. So I feel like Epcot, when there's a festival going on, whether it's this Flower and Garden, I suppose not so much food and wine, because food and wine is mainly about the food and wine. Don't get me wrong, some really good food options at food and wine, but not my favorite. But when it comes to Flower and Garden, and particularly my personal favorite Epcot festival, which is the Festival of the Arts, for that they have Broadway stars come and do performances every single evening. Casey Levy's been there. I've seen her live in Epcot, which is awesome. Cara Lindsay, so many awesome performers that I absolutely love, like theatre performers I've managed to see in Epcot in a concert for free when I've been here. So yeah, Epcot becomes like a very popular place, and also probably the place where you get the most out of your buck, if that makes sense, like most value for money, because you get a literally free concert. We are now going past the Joffrey stand here in Epcot, and if I'm not mistaken, it's right next to the Italy Pavilion, which is our next one. And look how beautiful and sunny it's gotten now. We're getting close to about 4:30 p.m. at this time of afternoon, and it looks like the weather should be staying like this, or at least calmer than it was earlier in the day for the rest of today, which is nice. Now this is the Italy booth for the Flower and Garden Festival. It's called the Primavera Kitchen, and generally speaking, from watching loads of Florida vloggers, Disney World vloggers, including all ears, apparently Italy is one that is not often the greatest of the booths from World Showcase. But listen, I love an underdog, so I think I want to try at least something from this menu, and I've had quite a lot of savory things so far, so I think maybe I'll go for the chocolate dirt cannoli, priced at $5.50, and it's a cannoli shell with cookies and cream, cannoli cream filling. And just like that, I've got my cannoli, and already I'm a little bit confused as to why there's a gummy worm right next to it. Like, to me, I guess doesn't make much sense. Maybe it's because it's Flower and Garden, because we do also have a flower, and I guess the rest of it is meant to be the dirt, so the garden, that's why they've put the worm there. But you know, something like a gummy worm reminds me of an American dessert rather than an Italian dessert, so personally I would have preferred it without it, and I'm definitely not going to eat it because I'm not the biggest fan of gummy worms anyway. Without further ado though, you can see Spaceship Earth there behind me. Can't wait to make our way around the park and actually see what other stands they have over there. But I've actually got a table, which is nice. It also probably shows that the Italy Pavilion isn't quite as popular as some of the other ones, because not a lot of people were in the queue. I didn't have to wait long, and also very easy to grab a table. Without further ado though, let's give this a go. Well, I like the chocolate filling. I'm not getting much of a cookies and cream flavor from it though. To me, it tastes more chocolatey. Maybe you're meant to eat it with some of the dirt. Sorry, I can't do dirt. On the plate over here, let's try it a little bit like this. Honestly, I like it. I would get it again. Maybe I just really needed something sweet, and I do generally like cannoli, so yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah, that cannoli was good. I enjoyed it anyway, and just like that, we have now made it to Germany, and the main thing I want to show you here are these topiaries of the Seven Dwarfs. So we've got Doc, we've got Grumpy, Happy. Is that meant to be Bashful, perhaps? No, that's Sleepy. We've got Bashful, and where's Dopey? Dopey used to be there somewhere. Firstly, that's definitely Sneezy over there, and you can see there's a worm just chilling on his nose. I feel so bad for him because he looks like he's about to sneeze. And Lord have mercy, I've just spotted Dopey and Snow White on the other side. Look at him. He looks adorable. Look at his eyes as well, the eyelashes. And I love all the flowers they have going on. And next to Snow White, very colourful. And here's Snow White, the classic original Disney princess. And look, you can also meet Snow White here by her little wishing well. It's actually where I first got to meet Snow White in Epcot when I came here in 2015 with my friend Rebecca. There's some more festival market booths over here selling more or less the same merchandise items that we saw when we first got to the park. This t-shirt I hadn't seen before though. It says Spike the Bee buzzing around since 1948, Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival 2025. And one of my favorite things that Epcot has started doing for its festivals is that it sells these little trash cans, or bins if you will, with the design of whatever festival's on. So obviously right now it's Flower and Garden, has a date on it and everything, and these are actually salt and paper shakers, so it kind of is a nod to the fact that so many people, when they come to Flower and Garden or any of the festivals in Epcot, they have to actually end up eating on a trash can, and I think it's so cool, such a funny idea. But the one thing I definitely want to buy from Flower and Garden 2025 is a pin, and I haven't spotted any yet. I'm sure there are some around, maybe at Creations. And we've just made it to Refreshment Outpost, and I've spotted this Jamaican beef patty, priced at $6.75, which looks pretty interesting. So this is what it looks like, and I mean, I like beef, I like spicy food, so I kind of want to get it, even though it wasn't on my original list of things to try today. Well, I decided against that Jamaican beef because I didn't read it properly. It's actually Impossible beef, which there's nothing wrong with that. I have had Impossible meat before, very nice, but I didn't realize it was a plant-based / vegan option. And really what mainly drew me to it was the fact that I thought I was going to have beef. So we're going to carry on. And look how beautiful the sun is right now. It's currently getting closer and closer to 5 p.m. So the sun should be setting within the next hour or so. It's currently golden hour time, which is one of my favorite times in the Disney parks. Everything just looks so much prettier. And I thought we'd have a quick look at the China menu here, even though I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting anything from it. So looks like they've got a house-made cheesy crab wonton. You can also get a satay beef bao bun, which sounds good to me, and then a pan-fried vegetable dumpling. Everything on that menu both sounds good and also smells really good as well right now as we're walking past the stand here, but there's only one person here in this video. It's only me, and I've only got so much space, so we're going to carry on because there are a couple of other things that I definitely do want to try today. For now, though, we have made it to the Anna and Elsa Topiaries, and look at Elsa over there. I love how they've put a snowflake right next to her, and these, again, aren't new. I remember taking my photo with them back in 2017, actually, the first time I experienced this festival here in Epcot. But it's always nice to see these lovely sisters in topiary form. They're so cute. And just like that, we have made it to the other side of World Showcase, which is actually the entrance of World Showcase. And here we've got the Mexican booth for the Flower and Garden Festival, normally one of the more popular ones. And this is a taco de camarón, crispy tempura batter trim in a flour tortilla with dried hibiscus flowers and chipotle aioli. Sounds pretty good. That is $8, and this is what it looks like. They also have a choco flan, layered traditional Mexican flan and chocolate. Oh, that looks pretty good too. But honestly, I think what I'm going to go for is actually this middle one, the giant tostada de carne. I'm not sure if it's new for 2025 or not, but I don't think I've ever had it, and it looks very good to me. It's a tostada with barbacoa beef, guacamole, pumpkin seeds, and salsa mocha. And I told you I was really in the mood for beef, and this is going to be my craving. And you can see this is a popular booth. Generally speaking, people tend to rave about all the food that they have here in the Mexican booth. Doesn't matter which festival it is, people seem to just love the Mexican booth, so hopefully that means it's going to be good today as well. Whilst I'm in line, I wanted to show you a little bit of the water here and the other side of World Showcase, which we were at earlier, and all the boats, which I think are preparing the nighttime show, maybe starting in a couple of hours. And there we have it, the giant tostada de carne from the Jardin de Fiesta, the Mexican booth here for Flower and Garden. Looks like there's loads of beef on the top, some salsa, guacamole, some onions, some pumpkin seeds, and yeah, it's a pretty decent size as well. And look at the view that I have currently. Oh, I do love this part of Epcot, and especially at this time of evening. And we are back on a trash can, my favorite way of eating festival food here at Epcot. But without further ado, I don't even know how to eat this, to be honest. I was going to say I'm going to pick it up, but I feel like it's going to be quite messy. I also do have some knives and forks with me, but I think I'm going to take a quick bite of it just like this. My God, the flavor in this, just from my first bite. Firstly, it's quite spicy, so if you don't like any spicy food, I would imagine you wouldn't go for something like this anyway, because there's quite a lot of salsa on it. Texturally, I think this is perfect. I like the crunchiness of the taco, the tostada, and then the beef with the guacamole, and then the onions, the fresh onions on top. This is really good. Really, really good. I would happily get this again, and I could easily also have this as my lunch or dinner, but we have more to try. Well, that was absolutely delicious. Incredible. I finished it all. Best thing I've tried today so far. So shout out to Miguel here and Dante for being from Mexico and providing such incredible food today. I'm talking as if they're the chefs. They definitely didn't make the food, but I just wanted to show you these topiaries and I needed a transition, you know? Just walking past another booth now. This one's called Trowel and Trellis, I want to say. And I'm not going to be getting anything here because I've already eaten quite a lot. I just wanted to show you what they have. So they've got some pork sticky ribs, farmhouse meatball, and a chocolate mousse. And we've got yet another Joffrey stand here. This is now at the entrance of the World Showcase. And then to my right is where you normally would be able to meet Asha. She tends to meet from 9:45 a.m. until 4:15 p.m. But I'm absolutely loving these topiaries at the very entrance of the World Showcase as well. So this is where World Showcase is separated from what used to be called Future World. You can see Spaceship Earth down there. But you've got Isabella, loving light with some flowers. Antonio with his animals. Of course, Mirabelle, who I absolutely love. She's one of my favorite new Disney characters. And then, of course, Louisa, who looks so incredibly strong here. I've just spotted some more topiaries here. So this is Phineas and Ferb, I want to say. And look, he's got a little flower in his hands. That is adorable. I also really enjoy the pink flowers in the background. And then here, where all these people are queuing up for a PhotoFast photo, is the iconic Fab Five. So we've got Chip and Dale looking very adorable at the front. We've got Minnie, we've got Mickey in the back, and he looks to have a racket in his hand, and Pluto. And I'm not seeing Goofy anywhere, maybe somewhere somewhere else, but either way, some of the main characters can be found here, and there's also a logo there, 30 years of Flower and Garden. And look at this topiary over here. Shout out to my cousin. It's Figment, of course, the icon of Epcot, again with some beautiful pink flowers all around him. You've got the 30th logo here, and this actually makes for a very good photo. If you want to check out my Instagram, then feel free. It's Sam for God. You've got the Epcot ball, Spaceship Earth in the background. You've got Figment here, and the pink flowers that I absolutely adore. It has just gone past 6 p.m. though, so there's only about 2 hours and maybe 50 minutes left of Epcot being open today, and there's still a couple of more things I want to eat. And also I've actually got a lightning lane for Guardians of the Galaxy, which I've only ever been on once here, and it was back in 2023. It's an incredible ride. I remember loving it, and I can't wait to go on it again. I do also want to quickly pop into Creations though, because I need to change my fuel rods. So fuel rods are the portable chargers that you can get here in Walt Disney World and in Disneyland California. Basically you pay once, it's about $38, and then you can swap them whenever you need a new one. And this shop used to be Mouse Gear. I remember the first time I came to Walt Disney World in 2015, I was absolutely overwhelmed by the amount of stuff and clothes and toys and merchandise and everything that you could find in this shop. But yeah, a couple of years ago it changed into Creations shop, and oh, there's another 30 years celebration for Flower and Garden. But this time it's mini. I didn't realize they had this merch here. Very cool. And I was told there'd be a fuel rod station here by a cast member, but guess he was wrong, because I just spoke to somebody and they said the closest one right now is next to not Spaceship Earth, Mission Space, which is about a 5-minute journey from here, which is a little bit annoying because this was on my way to where I needed to go next, but it's okay. Look at the monorail going past. So cool. And then to my right we've got Test Track, which is currently under refurbishment. And you know what? We are making our way closer and closer to Guardians without really wanting to. I was going to stop at one of the other food stands on the way to Guardians, but now I have the chance to have a look at some of the other topiaries. So this is Groot. He's holding his tape there, Greenhouse Mix Volume 1. And look, we've got Donald here in the middle of 2 sunflowers, which happen to be some of my favorite flowers. And Huey, Dewey and Louie here too. And they look so adorable. I love their t-shirts. I love how they make these, honestly. Such a clever way of bringing flowers and plants, and just so much creativity goes into them. And I think it makes Epcot much prettier when the festival's on like this. I'm just walking past Guardians now, and I'm getting excited. I didn't expect to be going on it so soon. So my window has opened, but you have a full hour to get on it. And like I said, I was planning on going to Brunchcot, which is one of their stands here for the festival, Flower and Garden. I still will do that. We might just go after we come off Guardians, but look, there's Buzz over here. Another reason I should be happy that I got sent here rather than being able to get my fuel rod from the Creations shop, because otherwise probably wouldn't have seen this topiary, because I had no plans to come here towards Mission Space. This is one of my least favorite rides here in Epcot. And if you don't know what this ride is, it's basically a simulator ride. There are 2 versions, either the green or orange. I've only ever done the green, and even the green makes me feel sick. Basically, it turns you upside down. It does a lot of things, and it makes you feel like you're in space. So for kids, it can be cool. For adults, it can also be cool a little bit. For me, it's not so cool. I've only been on it maybe once or twice, and it was in my early days of coming to Walt Disney World. So I think 2015 and 2017 were the only times I ever went on them. And like I said, only green. But let me see if, oh, there it is. So if you're wondering what these portable chargers look like, they are called fuel rods. And I love the fact that they have them both in Walt Disney World and in California. And because I already have one, I paid $38 a couple of years ago for one. Literally all I need to do is put it there, and then it's going to give me a new one that's fully charged. So this is what mine looks like currently. I don't need to give this back. I keep this for myself. All I need to return is this. So I just put swap, and you just put your fuel rod there. And I think hopefully it should give you a new one in a bit. There it is. Fantastic. And this one should be fully charged, meaning that you can use it to charge your phone, camera, etc. Now I do have a little bit of bad news though. So as you can see, it's currently 18:23, about 23 minutes past 6 p.m. And I didn't realize, but my Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind lightning lane hasn't actually even started yet. It's between 6:45 and 7:45, so I've still got about, I'm going to say, half an hour or so. So we may as well go to Brunchcot first. And just like that, we have made it. This is Brunchcot, and I remember getting a couple of things from here in 2023 when I was last here for Flower and Garden. I remember I got the avocado toast, which is the plant-based option, and that was actually really good. Also, the fried cinnamon roll bites, which truly I haven't stopped thinking about since 2023. And it's funny because I'm not the biggest bacon fan, nor am I the biggest fan of sweet things. So bye. So yeah, for some reason though, these were so good that literally as soon as I ate them, I remember calling my mom and telling her about it. And the fact that I'm here again for Flower and Garden this year in 2025 couldn't have worked out better. It's the first day of it, my last day in Disney World. And honestly, as soon as I found out that Flower and Garden was starting today, the 5th of March, and that I was going to be here for the first day, I knew that the one thing that I was going to do today was to get these fried cinnamon bites. So you can find these at Brunchcot at Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival. And if you want to know the full description, it's fried cinnamon roll bites with cream cheese frosting and candied bacon. They are priced at $5.25, and that's what they look like. They look delicious. I just hope they're as good as I remember them to be, because it has been a couple of years. Hopefully it wasn't an anomaly last time. Hopefully they're going to be good today as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's join the queue. Thankfully it doesn't look to be too busy right now. This is what the avocado toast looks like, by the way. Very similar to the one I had a few years ago, and it's a good avocado toast, I have to say. So it's so funny. Currently me and I want to say the 2 or 3 guests behind me are all waiting for cinnamon roll bites. There's a reason they're so popular. I mean, you can tell based on the amount of people that are ordering them today. It's not even a new item, so you can see the popularity is still there even after years of it being here at the Flower and Garden Festival.
Here you go.
Wow. There was somebody next to me as well. Wow. Oh.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. That nearly fell. But yeah, they look just as good as I remember them to be. You've got your cream cheese on top, the little candied bacons, and looks like you get 3 pieces. I haven't even tried them yet this year in 2025, but just based on what they look like, I feel like I can recommend them, and hopefully I'm not wrong. We'll see in a second. Without further ado though, let's give them a go, and I'm just going to use my hands for them. It's going to be messy, but do I really care? No, not at this point in the day. I mean, my hair has been a mess literally all day thanks to the wind and the rain earlier, and there, just as I said it, happened again. But here's another look at these cinnamon roll bites with the bacons and the cream cheese. Without further ado, let's give them a go. I could cry. They're exactly the same as they were a couple of years ago, just as good, nice and warm. The cinnamon flavor is so beautiful, very sugary as well, and then the cream cheese actually on top isn't too sweet, which I appreciate. Generally, the cream cheese that they use here in their desserts in Disney World I found to be a little bit too sweet for me, but it works really well on these, and I think it's partly to do with the candied bacon as well. Like the bacon, even though it's candied bacon, it still has a little bit of a savory flavor, and texturally as well, it just works perfectly. So I am a very happy Sam right now. I did exactly what I wanted to do. My number 1 mission for the day at Flower and Garden 2025. Definitely my favorite sweet treat from Flower and Garden. My favorite savory was whatever we got from Mexico, the tostada, the beef tostada. That was amazing, but sweet-wise, you literally cannot go wrong with this. Well, I just finished that whole thing, all 3 of those beautiful cinnamon roll bites, and honestly, I could easily go and order myself another one right now, but I'm not gonna. We're going on to Gardens of the Galaxy. All I can say is that it's probably a good thing that they don't sell these in Disneyland Paris, because if I had easy access to them, I would be ordering them a lot. I would be eating them a lot, and who knows what's that going to do to my body. And I love the music that they play here in Epcot. You can see the top of Spaceship Earth. It just looks so beautiful when it starts to get lit up and, you know, darker in the park. I love it. And as we're getting closer and closer to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, my time has actually come up as well. It is now, as you can see, mini showing officially here, 6:48 p.m. I want to say. So my window has officially started, and we can now finally go on Guardians of the Galaxy. And by the way, I know its full name is Guardians of the Galaxy. I was about to say Mission Breakout, no, Cosmic Rewind, but it's easier to just say Guardians or Guardians of the Galaxy, although I know some people call it Cosmic Rewind. What do you call it? Either way, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, whatever you want to call it, is currently right here in front of me, and it looks really epic actually, all lit up like this. I can't believe I'm about to go on it for only my 2nd time ever. Can you believe it? This ride has been around for quite a few years now. Like I said, the first time I went on it was in March of 2023, and since then I just haven't had the chance to go on it again. But now I feel like I'm going to have more opportunity, because it recently actually switched from a virtual queue to a standby line, which, as you can see over there at the moment, it's standing at 80 minutes, which isn't too bad. It's not even 2 hours, like less than an hour and a half even. Personally, if this wasn't my last day here in Walt Disney World, I would have just waited in line. 80 minutes really isn't bad, and I think earlier this morning I actually saw it at 60 minutes, which isn't bad at all for such a popular ride like this. And in my opinion, it's so much better now that it's a standby line. I hated the virtual queue, never really used it. I just don't think people should be on their phone constantly stressing, and then if they miss out, especially if you're a family and your kids really like Guardians or Marvel, they come here and the parent didn't know that they had to get a virtual queue, and that's it. They've missed their chance. The only way to get on the ride then is to buy a fast pass if it hasn't sold out yet. It's just a mess. I think standby lines are the way forward, and as you can see, 80 minutes, really not bad. And literally, whilst I was talking to you, it's dropped down to 70 minutes now, which is even better. But thankfully, I do actually have a Lightning Lane / paid fast pass for tonight. I booked it a few days ago because this is my only day in Epcot on this trip, and I really wanted to make sure that I get to go on it. So Amazing. Without further ado, I've just scanned in and I am officially in Wonders of Xandar. And the funny thing is, I'm not even a big Marvel fan. I mean, I've watched Guardians of the Galaxy and I do probably prefer the Guardians films to the other Marvel movies. But this ride, I just remember being completely blown away by it that first time. And if you're wondering what song I got Everybody Wants to Rule the World. And that's the only song I've ever had, so I'm hoping for a different one today. I do really like this room too. It's very, very fun. And the thing is, even with a paid fast pass / lightning lane, it doesn't mean that you're going to be straight onto the ride. It just means that your wait time is reduced. So we'll see how long it's going to take for me. There is a little bit of a queue, as you can see. And after, I want to say about 10 minutes, we have made it to the pre-show area. Thank you. Okay. Well, looks like this is actually the main pre-show area. We were just in a holding room before. Now it's been about 15 minutes since I first joined the queue.
Greetings, Terrans. I am Nova Prime Irani Rayal, commander of the Nova Corps. On behalf of all Xandarians, I hope you have enjoyed exploring the wonders of Xandar. But even we could not have reached you so easily were it not for the Cosmic Generator, an advanced piece of Xandarian technology that creates jump points.
Welcome, people of Epcot. Epcoters. Epcotians. Citizens of Epcot. I am Centurion Tal Merrick, and we're just about ready to teleport you up to the ship for the demonstration.
Going to what I believe, from memory, is the final room before we get to go on the ride.
I should warn you that we have never teleported Terrans before. But since your molecular structure is very similar to Xandarians, it should work. Stand by for teleportation. Here we go. You made it!
Oh.
I mean, of course you did. Nova Prime, they're ready.
Excellent. And in just a few moments, we'll be activating it so you can experience it.
I need to alert Nova Prime. I'm watching Terrans for eons.
That's not creepy at all.
This species has failed.
Wait, whoa, we didn't even know there was a test.
He's got the cosmic generator.
Right, we are now going to, I hope, the final part before we get on the ride. It's been quite a long pre-show, I have to say. Oh wow, when you can see the ride down there. There you go, you can see the ride. I am so excited. Also, this is the ride that I believe you can't film on. I mean, in the pre-show, there was a moment where they told us to put all our cameras and phones and everything away during the ride, so I'm not going to attempt it, even though I have seen loads and loads of vloggers film on it before. I am a rule obeyer, so I'm going to put you guys away. I'm going to maybe film a few clips on my phone, and then I'll see you on the other side. One person. One. Thank you. And I've been told to go to number 10, which I believe is the very back row, so this should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. And I've put my hair up because I remember last time I went on it, there was so windy in there that I couldn't see at times, like my hair was going all over the place, so hopefully this will help, but we'll see. And next, there you go, all the way in the very last row. Fantastic. I'll see you when the ride ends. The ride has just ended. You might be able to hear from the music when I got that one. So good. Incredible. No, that was truly an epic ride. And my hair's even more of a mess than it's been all day. But I loved it. I forgot how long the ride is. Like, it is long. I want to say minimum 2-3 minutes. And it spins you, it goes backwards. You do all sorts of things, and normally rides that, do all that stuff to you make me feel a little bit ill, but for some reason this ride is so smooth and so thrilling that I don't mind. Like, for some reason I didn't feel ill at all. I didn't feel motion sickness. I'm all good. It's funny because Crush's coaster in Walt Disney Studios in Disneyland Paris is very similar in the sense that it spins you, it goes backwards, things like that. And that one, especially over the past few years, I've noticed really makes me feel ill. Now I can still go on it and I do enjoy it, but this one, even though it's very similar, in fact, it's more thrilling, it's faster. There's something about it that's just so smooth that, yeah, I'm absolutely fine right now, even though I had those Brunchcot cinnamon roll bites just before as well. And with just about an hour left until the park closes, Epcot for the night at 9 p.m, I did go into Creation Shop and bought a couple of things. I ended up buying that cap, the cap with the orange bird that we saw earlier, the green one that said Peel Happy. I don't know, there was something about it that just made me feel happy when I looked at it, and I don't have any caps that color, so thought why not. And I also found a little section where they had all the pins for Flower and Garden 2025. So I also got myself a little Orange Bird 30th anniversary of Flower and Garden Festival in Epcot pin, which I'm really happy about. Also, I can't remember if I told you, I got One Way or Another on Guardians Cosmic Rewind, which it was really fun actually. I was singing along, bopping along to it as the ride went through. But there's a full-on dance party happening here right now, and I am slowly but surely making my way to Communicore Hall. Don't you want me, baby? Yeah, Communicore Hall has become the festival part of Epcot, and I really want to check out whatever they have going on in there for Epcot Flower and Garden, although I have a feeling it might already... Oh no, it's open. I got worried for a second because let's have a look at the time. So as you can see, it's about 5-10 minutes past 8 p.m. and the park closes in about 50 minutes. I wasn't sure if the area would be open still, but as you can see, it is open, and they've done a really lovely job decorating it. Got some flowers over here. Up there it says International Flower and Garden Festival. Some more flowers and topiaries. These are fruits actually, that's a strawberry. And then some plants. Looks to be a very relaxing place. I feel like especially when you go into, you know, May and June when it becomes hotter, then it'd be a nice place to come and chill and also enjoy some beautiful flower displays. There you go, that's the bee. The famous bee that you do actually see on some merchandise here in Epcot. They've got a full-on display with him over here in Communicore Hall. And to my left, we've got one of the festival booths, Farmer's Feast. So whilst we're here, because we've got about 50 minutes or so still, may as well have a look at the menu and see if there's anything that takes my fancy and have one last treat from the Flower and Festival. Flower and Festival? I'm tired. The Flower and Garden Festival 2025. But really quickly going back to Guardian, sorry, it's still on my mind because I had so much fun on it. I loved the song that I got, One Way or Another, but part of me will always have a special place in my heart for the first song that I had, so, you know, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It was a very different vibe. One Way or Another felt a lot more energetic. I think I enjoyed it more today with One Way or Another. Obviously, it was my first time when I went a couple of years ago, so the fact that I'd already done it as well meant that maybe I enjoyed it more, who knows. But yeah, I'd love to hear your comments down below. I know a lot of people rave about September being a good song to get, but I was happy with both of my songs. It's just interesting how different they've each felt. I also like how quiet this space is. So yeah, without further ado, let's go and have a quick look at the menu at Farmer's Feast. And this is the early bloom menu. So this menu is actually on from March 5th, so today until the 5th of April, so only for about a month. Then they do change it around based on what's available in the farms around Orlando, I suppose. Currently they've got a scallop, blueberry crumble cake, and grilled asparagus. Have to be honest, none of them seem too interesting to me, so maybe we'll skip it, but still happy I came here. Like, even that top display area is very cute with the bee, and they're currently playing Ratatouille. I don't know if you can hear it or not. That's also a very relaxing song. I'm going to really love Epcot, you know, which is so interesting because when I first visited Walt Disney World in June of 2015, Epcot was definitely my least favorite of the 4 parks here, and I still think if I'm comparing it to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, yeah, I don't like it as much as those 2 parks. Hollywood Studios, maybe, but regardless, I love Epcot. So the fact that I actually enjoy Epcot means that I've come a long way, and I really do appreciate this park. There's so much to do, and anytime I spend a day in Epcot, I have a great time, and by the end of it, I'm not ready to go home, and today is my last day, so I think that's an extra layer of me just not wanting to leave the park because I know it's the end of it. Although having said that, there is extended hours happening tonight at Magic Kingdom from 10 p.m. to midnight, and I have an early flight to catch tomorrow, so I am able to go to those extended hours because I'm staying in a deluxe resort at the Beach Club. So maybe we'll go there. If I do go there, then make sure you subscribe to the channel because that will be a separate video. It depends on how tired I am. I also need to pack. But either way, I've had my full day at the park, my last full day at the park in Walt Disney World for March of 2025, and it's been an amazing one. We've done so much. Honestly, I've been filming 2 videos at once, and I'm so tired, but I'm so happy. And I really love the music they're playing here. Honestly, I could just spend the last 45 minutes of Epcot being open just here in the Communicore Hall. The music is great. They're currently playing Lost in the Woods from Frozen 2, but like an instrumental one. Da, 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 da. I am lost in the woods, we should leave before I sing some more. And look what I have just spotted here. So we've got Phineas and Ferb. Bo Peep is up there, which is very cool. And then these Anna and Elsa topiaries that we saw in Norway, you can see their models over here, as well as, of course, Figment. And look at this beautiful view. You've got Spaceship Earth, the Epcot Hall, all lit up. Communicore Hall over there, where we just were at, is also lit up. You can still hear some of the music playing. And I am slowly but surely making my way back to International Gateway, which obviously, as you remember, was close to the UK and France. Not before I try one more thing though, and that's going to be from the Beach Grub. The menu here is seafood bake, grilled street corn on the cob priced at $6 and a s'mores bar and also some beverages down there. But I think I'm gonna go for the grilled street corn. This is what the festival booth looks like. Actually kind of busy even at this time of evening. So I ordered the grilled corn on the cob, which is supposed to look like this, and it's also vegan friendly. So as you can see, the cheese is in apostrophes or brackets, which means that it's fake cheese. But I was very tempted by the seafood bake as well. It's just I've had a lot of food today and I think this is going to be a little bit too much at this time of evening. And my grilled street corn is being prepared currently, being beautified with garlic and fake cheese. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Looks really good actually. There's a lot of fake cheese around it and very garlicky. So yeah, my final meal or snack of the evening. I have a table. Again, I think only for the second time today of all the snacks that I've tried. But I do have to bend down quite a little bit. So not the most comfortable still to be in shot. But this smells incredibly garlicky and I love garlic. Garlic is one of my favorite things in the entire world. I could just have like, would you say loaves of garlic on its own and enjoy it? But without further ado, let's give this a go. That is really good. I haven't tried any of the fake cheese yet. I'm a little bit nervous, but let's try a little bit of it now. Not sure what this fake cheese is made of. It's very salty, quite flavorful. Not my favorite though. I would have preferred either actual cheese or just the street corn on its own with some garlic dip would have been perfect. But yeah, nice and simple, nothing special, but I'm glad that I got to try it as my final meal of the day. Well, that was actually really nice. The more I ate of the vegan cheese, the more I got used to it and actually ended up enjoying it towards the end. But here we finally found Goofy. So there's a reason why he wasn't there with his friends Mickey, Minnie, Chip and Dale and Pluto. It's because he has his own place here and oh my god, how cute. He's got daffodils in his hands. Look at my bae, he looks absolutely adorable and I love that he gets his own moment here separate from the other gang. I just have to show you one more view of Goofy over there. He looks so cool under the lights, but also all the dandelions, which I feel like I may have called them daffodils earlier, but no, dandelions I think is what they're meant to be, especially in the dark. Like they lead to the Epcot wall, Spaceship Earth, and it just looks so pretty. So many flowers. Clearly Goofy is the reason they're so beautiful and he's blowing on them, on the dandelions. So nice. I do have to say, I may be biased, but I think he is my favorite topiary of 2025 and I don't think he's actually fully new. I think they've just kind of remodeled him with the dandelions, but I am going to now slowly but surely make my way back to my hotel. Like I said, I do have a flight very early in the morning, so 9 a.m. I actually have my Maze Connect booked for something like 5:45. They're coming to pick me up, maybe even earlier. So Lord have legit mercy. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Magic Kingdom or not. One hopes, but sometimes you just have to give in and allow yourself to rest. But I want to thank you so much for watching this video and, you know, my whole Walt Disney World adventures. Obviously with Amanda for the first couple of days and then last 2 days I've been kind of on my own filming some bits and bobs for the future. So make sure you are subscribed because they will be coming very soon. In fact, if you've watched until this part of the video, I want you to leave a comment down below. Let's say, I was going to say orange bird, but obviously not. I don't want to say orange bird. Maybe blue Sam, because I've been blue for the majority of the day and blue is my favorite color and I'm not a bird, I'm a Sam, I'm a human. So yeah, just leave a comment down below, say blue Sam, that way I know that you've watched until this part of the video. And if you have watched until this part of the video, you may be wondering, Sam, where are you going tomorrow morning? You mentioned your flight but you didn't say where you're going, so I have a secret for you. I'm not actually going back to London yet, I'm not going home. We may be going to another Disney park, so make sure you stay tuned. Thank you so much to you for watching the video. Thank you to my lovely Patreon members and my YouTube members. You guys are amazing. I love you and leave you, and stay tuned because the next video should be from a very exciting and happy place. Bye bye.